Hey everybody, welcome back to the pre-market outlook discussion. The first day of the final or fourth week, we can say this is the 24th of August. So since it has started falling right from the beginning of the month and consecutively till the second week's end, 12 consecutive sessions of downward trend or behavior it has witnessed, after which the benchmark indices have somewhat tried to hold the recent swings low by the way of holding for the previous two sessions, we can say. So what can be expected in the upcoming sessions? In a single statement, we want to say that is, this particular week going to be an opportunistic. Most of the sessions will provide during the day, the most part of the day as an opportunistic one. Yes, since the attempts are in the cusp of making or continuing, and the attempt of holding the previous swings low as support. And as per our discussion we made on Saturday about looking out or making an outlook for the upcoming sessions, where we have clearly stated the point that even though the Nifty is breaking the swings, that means the recent swings low, that is around 24,000 as a psychological as well as the interim support zone, that would be holding or continue holding or providing the support for the buyers because of the 100 points of interval based buying zones or demand zones were being constructed already. So that was the thing we have discussed now. So that is also going to be an opportunity for the positional trader. So most part of this week and going forward till the end of August, the opportunities are going to increase in the way of creating chances for building long as well as shorts. Where we want to make or create long positions, where we need to create short positions and all, only the difference a trader should know. Based on the recent behaviors witnesses by the Nifty or Sensex, so that can be a chance for understanding what it would be providing in the upcoming sessions with an observations, proofs, discussions, results in all together. You can get an idea that the markets are going to play range bound within a range with both kind of opportunities for sellers and buyers. The market would be providing, but where it is really turning to be a favorable one for the short builders or a favorable one for the long builders, like that can be identified by the way of understanding the pivotal zone for the markets based on the levels we are providing. So in that manner, if you want to get a pivotal zone for the Nifty to understand on long build-up or an opportunity to identify for long trade setups and all, means that is very clear. 24,300 above, the Nifty should close on daily time frame. That is only one thing you have to understand and adapt it while it is making a confirmation. That 24,300 as a important value for the important dates range, as well as the 18th recent important or a key date for the whole month of August we have already informed, and that is being acted that 18th of August high. So 24,265, anyhow the 24,300 we can roundly make it as waiting for the confirmation. Once you are seeing the 24,300 is getting attained by the Nifty and sustained by the index, there onwards you can get a signal and ideologies for building fresh longs or even for the accumulation purpose. Until it is happening, one can see the range bound activities would be continuing, where it is between 24,300 on the higher side and 24,000 as the support zone. If it is maintaining the trade, it would be advisable for the traders to concentrate on day trading or 1 or 2 days of positional trades only, like a short term. Because as long as it is between these zones or these levels are trading means, there will not be any bigger opportunities for the day, that means the positional traders. So it would be better to concentrate on day trading opportunities based on. Only after a decisive close below at 24,000, that you may see a chance of retracing towards 23,900, 23,800, 23,700. So with these 100 points, there also the opportunity for the day traders may be getting higher chances as long as these 300 points intervals are being protected by the Nifty side, where one should not initiate long, that means short positions. One can actually keep accumulating by the way of approaching these 3 intervals, where you can see the bigger gains when compared to the earlier one if you constructed. So as long as these levels are being respected or approached by the Nifty, most part of the opportunities are lying with long buildups when it is trading around 24, 23,900, 23,800, 23,700. And 24,300 above, if it is closing means there also the long buildups and opportunities are expected to rise. Between these 24,000 to 24,300, the day traders may only get a chance to participate in a higher manner or a moderate manner, whatever it may be. The positional trade setup may not be a helpful one for the traders. So that's what the strategical discussion we can have for this particular week. So this week mostly will be respecting the predictions we have discussed till now and along with the Saturday's discussion we made. This is a 24th of August is going to open on a favorable note by the way of tracking the positive cues from the international indices. So that favorable opening is to be noted whether it is sustaining, particularly after the first hour, if it is sustaining or if it is trying to move above 24,300. So based on the attempts it is taking, whether it is sustainability above 24,300 means the powerful or a strengthy upside can be expected to continue. If it is not able to sustain, but it is trying to now and then break 24,300 and coming back means it is trying to observe the buying with the support levels what at all we have discussed, even particularly for this day. It may be 24,100 as a maximum support for the day one can observe. Between 24,100 to 24,300, most part of the day's actions will be in an intention of approaching or attracting the buying volume, where one can also follow the same tactics. So that is all for the day. One can actually observe and follow or act accordingly. What if 24,300 as expected sustained for the first 1 hour means one can see the 24,400 without any disturbance may get approached. After 24,400 movement or attempt to move, there only we can see a selling intervention may be happening. Until then, between 24,300 to 24,400, one can keep holding the positions or even fresh positions also can be constructed. Then the profit booking may be initiated after 24,400 reach. From a positional way, as we have already deeply discussed about this is an opportunity for building new or a fresh longs, even for the investments, not only for trades. So based on that, the every 100 points of interval until it is closing below 23,700, one can bravely, boldly, clearly create positions or build positions with an intention to experience gains at least in terms of 200, 300 points on Nifty side. So that would be an opportunity for the long traders. Mostly the long traders may, positionally, if you want to think, the long traders may get benefited over the short bidders. Sector wise, we can focus in today's trade. Many other sectors also, along with this mentioned one, will be participating. But the thing is, most of the sectors will be participating in the way of stock selection basis. So selective stocks only expected to drive the sectors. Say for an example, the private banks, major private banks, particularly mid-cap one, RBL Bank, Bandhan Bank, Federal Bank, like the banks and all will be expected to somewhat riding the sector. Along with the private banks, there's some public sector banks like Bank of Baroda, Indian Bank and all also can be expected. On the finance side, mostly the mid-cap and small-cap oriented finance companies along with financial services companies also can be expected. On the metal side, the widespread activities can be seen on the metals, particularly for those aluminium mining oriented companies. IT, as like for metal we said, and IT also with an widespread activities we can see, not a stock selective basis. On FMCG front, based on short covering and the new long build-ups, FMCG sector may be expected to somewhat trying to move northward. Finally, it is energy based on the commodities price, particularly on the crude oil side. The energy also with a stock selective basis can approach. Based on stocks opportunities for the day that has been listed based on the news like NTPC Green Energy, Arabindo Pharma, Mizu, Lenskart Solutions, Railtel Corporation. So that and all can be focused for the. Here this Railtel Corporation and Satvik Energy and all, not a stock we have mentioned for the day. It has been wrongly mentioned here. So that can be ignored by the way of watching in terms of stocks available for the day. So in terms of stocks we have replaced for that means the real stocks what are having NTPC Green Energy, Arabindo Pharma, Mishu, Lenskart Solutions, Natco Pharma, Captain Point Laboratories, Craftsman Automation. These are all the stocks one can focus based on the news we have listed here. So that's it from the market outlook discussion for the day. Keeping stop loss 100%. You should follow the stop loss discipline across trades without fail. So that's all for the day. We can now see some queries that have been fallen. So no queries based on the stocks or sector as of now. So that's it for the day. We can now conclude today's session. As the first day, it is going to be an opportunistic we have identified that would be starting from today till the end of this week. So one can utilize them and have a successful trading days ahead. Thank you. Bye-bye.